Hello Sagittarius, welcome. It's Sandra here from Wolf Moon Tarot. I hope you're all well wherever you are. This is your reading for the 4th through to the 10th of April 2022, or thereabouts. It could resonate a little bit beyond that time. It is a general reading, Sagittarius, so take what resonates with you, leave what doesn't behind. It'll be for somebody else at this time. But just to say, I've missed connecting with you, Sagittarius, and doing readings for you because I've been really busy helping my daughter up in Scotland. But I'm taking an opportunity now to catch up on the readings, and it'd be nice to connect back in with you again, see what's been happening in your world, Sagittarius. But alright, as I say, it is a general reading, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't behind. So let's see, we'll start with the Oracle of Visions to get a couple of overall energies going for you. Let's see what's been happening and what the universe would like you to consider at this time. What have we got for Sagittarius, please? Right, so first of all we've got number 31, and this talks about secrecy and confidentiality, so something needing to be kept under lock and key. Alright, that will resonate for some of you. And number 30, and this talks about danger, fear, feeling fearful, feeling there's a danger lurking, worrying about something, being fearful about something. Alright, so let's see what the rest of your reading reveals here. But it's something that's being kept under lock and key. You're not talking about it, you're not sharing this. Perhaps you're not sharing this feeling that you have of danger for some of you. But let's see. Well, let's get into the tarot for you, Sagittarius. Let's see what's going on. For those who are interested, this is the Druid Craft Tarot deck. Quite a large deck to manage, but it's lovely. It's well worth the handling difficulties. Okay, so we have the heart of your reading, the root of the matter, past influences, what's on your mind at the moment, the future going forward, and then something else here that your guides would like to say to you at this time. And at the bottom of the deck we have the Nine of Wands. Okay, this talks about digging in, not giving up, but needing to protect yourself. It's the wounded warrior. You know, you've been in many battles to do with the situation. And you're feeling quite weary, war weary, if you like. But you're not giving up, and you know there's one final battle that needs to be faced. But you are protecting yourself here, Sagittarius. I'm just going to put that to one side. And using the Anna K Tarot, we're going to get some clarifiers. So could we clarify all the cards on the table, please? Clarify all the cards on the table, please. right, at the bottom of the deck we have the Star, the fabulous energy. This is a major arcana. And the Star brings hope. So this is holding out for hope. You know, wishing on a star. It's about emotions as well. We have a lot of water in the Star card. So this is about a balancing of emotions as well. And of having hope for emotions to become more steady and calm and balanced. They have been quite tumultuous, I feel. So, but it's coming away from that, coming away from the drama of a situation, Sagittarius, and focusing on this beautiful night sky and that single star up in the sky. All right, which is where your hope is and your wish fulfillment is and is going to be. But just to come away from the emotional turbulence that I feel that's been impacting upon you over some time. But the Star is a fabulous optimistic energy to come out for you. It's just one step removed from the Sun, which is the most optimistic card in tarot. All right, so let's see what we have for you. What's at the heart of this reading, Sagittarius? Okay, we have the Three of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. And the Three of Pentacles is working hard, being diligent to perfect something, putting the finishing touches to a new creation, something new. Being watched over, but you know, others standing back and admiring your skills. It'll have a different meaning for all of you, but this is putting the finishing touches to something that you've been working hard on to create. I think it's something quite unique. Now, the clarifier is the Knight of Cups, and for me, the Knight of Cups, it has two levels to it. It's my first thought when I see the Knight of Cups is about somebody wants to offer an apology. Somebody wants to apologise. And is quite shy to do so. Not quite sure how their apology is going to be received. For others of you, this is an offering, a love offering. You know, an offering that is meaningful for your heart. Somebody wants to offer their heart. In whatever way that is meaningful for you. They want to offer something that is meaningful for your heart from their heart. Now, it could be an offer of love, but it could be anything that is meaningful for your heart center. And it could be that, I mean, because this is clarifying the Three of Pentacles, it could be that somebody wants to offer their support to you, for example, with how hard you've been working here to complete a task. It may be somebody wants to say thank you. For others of you, this could be yourself having perfected something and working hard with it. And it may be that that is what you want to offer to somebody. Something very special and very important, very meaningful. All right, Sagittarius, let's see. What's at the root of this? Okay. Well, at the root of this situation, we've got the Two of Wands and the Knight of Swords. And the Two of Wands, this is very much about having to make a decision, or you have made a decision, or a decision was put in front of you, that you had to decide which path to take, which way to go forward. You know, so coming to the fork in the road and deciding which way to go. And the clarifier for that is the Knight of Swords. So this was because of a message that was delivered communication that came through that was quite alarming, I feel, about something that was burning to the ground, that was quite destructive, a destructive event, and the information came through about that, and which meant that you'd got to then make a decision which way to go, or perhaps how to respond. So the past influences, we have the King of Cups and the World energy. So the past influences, the King of Cups, he very much in control of his emotions. Now this could be an aspect of yourself, Sagittarius. It's not gender specific. Or this is to do with somebody connected to you. But the King of Cups, very much in control of his emotions, is happy to offer his cup of love. Very nurturing, caring, empathetic energy. And of course very much to do with love and relationships. And the clarifier is the World. So the World means there has been a completion of an old cycle. Something completed, something ended that needed to end, a natural completion. Ready for going forward and with a new cycle in a new way, a new beginning. Now, the King of Cups is either an aspect of your energy, Sagittarius, or this is concerning somebody coming in or came in who's connected to you. Or perhaps a completing, somebody actually at an end, there was an ending concerning an emotional connection. So this cycle to do with the King of Cups came to an end, getting ready for a new cycle to begin. So that's just for some of you. So if we look at that then, if we look at the Three of Pentacles, so working hard to complete something that you've been working on, you know, and others around, you know, watching what you're doing, admiring what you're doing, your skills, perhaps helping in some way. And this is allowing you to be able to offer this to somebody. And it may be to do with love and relationships, but it doesn't have to be. But the Knight of Cups, as I say, can also be an apology. So somebody apologising, bring an apology in. Okay. Perhaps apologising, for some of you, apologising for not supporting and not helping you in your endeavours, possibly. Because at the root of it, yes, there was some form of an alarming message, alarming communication about something that has been quite destructive and caused you to have to pause and consider going in a new direction here. And that's perhaps why somebody has needed to apologise here to you. Okay. Because if this King of Cups is an aspect of yourself, Sagittarius, then all of this, whatever it was that was quite destructive and quite alarming, has brought an end to an old cycle for you, ready for going forward in a new direction. And that's what you've been working on. What's what you've been working on here with the Three of Pentacles? Something new. But I do feel there's an apology here, rather than it being an emotional offering. I feel It's an apology, although that is very emotional, isn't it? But somebody's very shy about bringing this forward. Because we have the Nine of Wands, don't we? So, yourself as the wounded warrior, protecting yourself, but very aware that, there's perhaps another battle to be fought. But holding out for hope and rising above the emotional turbulence. So what are you thinking about, Sagittarius? Well, we've got the Prince of Wands and the Judgment energy. The Prince of Wands, yes, this is very much about movement and change. Possibly moving home or moving environment of some sort for some of you. But definitely some form of exciting movement, exciting change. Coming in quite quickly, and this is what you're thinking about. And yes, clarified by the Judgment. So this is a judgment call now, standing up to be counted as this movement and change is happening. But casting off that shadow of doubt, casting off that cloak that's been hiding, your skills, your talents, your energy. Casting that off now and going forward, embracing the new opportunities. But learning from the past, I think, with the Judgment energy, it's very much about not making the same mistakes from the past, not making them again. All right, learning from the past, ready for going forward anew, because you're thinking about this exciting new opportunities that are around for you, Sagittarius. Going forward, we have the Three of Wands. We've had the Two of Wands at the root of the situation, but now we've got the Three of Wands going forward and the Nine of Rods again. And of course, we've had the Nine of Rods or Wands here, haven't we? So here it is again going forward. The Wounded Warrior again, clarifying the Three of Wands. And the Three of Wands is when plans have been put into place, the hard work has been done. And here we can see the hard work. This is the hard work currently, where you're putting the finishing touches to something, working very hard. Going forward, that has been completed, and there is new growth now, new growth, new opportunities, and you are just waiting now for your ship to come in. After all the hard work and planning and creative energies, you're just waiting now for things to come in, for things to evolve for you. However, at the same time, you're still going to be feeling like the wounded warrior, Sagittarius. You are still needing to protect yourself and holding on, not giving up this battle. All right, so there's one or two themes running through this reading for you, Sagittarius. So there's certainly new hope, hard work, movement and change, creativity, evolution, expansion. But at the same time, Sagittarius, there's been something quite difficult for you. There's been a completion of some sort as a result of some very alarming news that came in. And you're now thinking about going forward afresh, casting off that old cloak that kept your light hidden, but still having to protect yourself from something. Still being aware that you need to protect yourself, but you're not going to give in to this negative energy, whatever it is, because you're on the eve of something quite brilliant coming in. And I'm just looking back to the first two cards that came out, and we did have danger and fear here, didn't we? And I feel that's why we've got the Nine of Wands that's come out twice, because there's something that you can feel lurking. It's sort of, they're like the wolf lurking in the background behind Little Red Riding Hood. It feels like it's always there, whatever it is. And it's something you don't share with others. You're keeping it under lock and key. I feel you're trying to deal with it yourself most of the time. All right. So I think it's an energy of apprehension that's around. And I feel that's why we've got the Nine of Wands, the Nine of Rods that's come out here. So what do your guides want to say to you? Okay, well, we have the Seven of Swords and we have the High Priest, which is the Hierophant. Now, the Seven of Swords, this is, it can be a very deceptive energy. This can be concerning somebody that takes what they want without considering the harm it does to others. But they are quite, I want to say scheming. This is somebody that plans ahead, that can be quite scheming, strategizes with how they can get what they want. I feel this is somebody connected. This is perhaps somebody that you know, Sagittarius. To me, and this is why you have to keep protecting yourself from this energy, whoever this is referring to. Somebody, no matter what they have, they want more, if I can put it that way. And they're always planning how to get more and how to keep what they have, which they probably shouldn't have. All right. Well, it clarifies the High Priest. And the High Priest that comes forward, this is about universal blessings. This is about a higher commitment. There's a commitment here. There's a commitment here connected to this Seven of Swords energy. It could be an emotional connection here that keeps you committed, but that's why you've got to protect yourself. Is that what this is? Is somebody who has done you wrong come in to apologize, or wants to apologize, or is thinking about apologizing? For some of you. I feel the universe is trying to protect you also here with the High Priest. It's trying to raise your awareness and protect you, because whoever this Seven of Swords is referring to, they're quite clever, I feel, and with how they operate, how they plan and strategize for going forward, and probably not in your best interests. And so the universe is trying to raise your awareness about this. But I also feel this is to do with somebody you are have a high level of commitment to, Sagittarius. Okay. So we have a mixture of energies here. There's certainly some movement and change happening. There's been an ending of a cycle to do with something that's very emotional for you, you know, an emotional connection. But there is a new cycle beginning, and somebody wants to apologize because of some quite devastating news that came in, that something you found out that meant you had to then decide on going in a new direction. But there is an opportunity for movement and change here, and to learn from the past. And, you know, after all your hard work and endeavours, just waiting now for things to come in for you. So there's lots of positivity here, but at the same time still having to protect, because this negative energy is still around you, Sagittarius. Okay. and you feel it. You certainly feel that. All right. Remember, this reading isn't for everybody, Sagittarius, but whoever it's for, I hope you can recognise your story, your situation, and take heart from what the universe is wanting to say to you. So, what else do we have for Sagittarius, please? What else do we have for Sagittarius? Right. So distant thunder has just jumped out as I've been shuffling. And this is saying there's a need to clear the air. So perhaps the conversations are needed for some of you, Sagittarius. Because when there's a thunderstorm, it clears the air, doesn't it? And sometimes we have to face the challenges. You know, sometimes it could be, you know, a need to sit down and talk things through. And yes, it can get a bit heated, but sometimes there is no avoiding these conversations to clear the air. All right, Sagittarius, well, we have grace and gratitude. So through gratitude, joy expands. And then rainbow blessings. Blessings are showering your life. So we've got two lovely messages just to complete this reading for you. So grace and gratitude. So this is very much just appreciating and enjoying the simple pleasures in life. All the other positive aspects that are around you. You know, what you have, you know, the friends and family, around you, and the opportunities you have around you, and this is saying, you know, through gratitude of that, then your inner joy will expand, and that will help you in dealing with this, what looks like a bit of a tricky situation. And yes, and then the rainbow blessing. So at the minute it just seems a bit dark at the moment where you are, but blessings are showering your life, and it may not feel like that at the moment, but you've just got to go a little bit further. And there's the rainbow blessings waiting for you, Sagittarius. All right, so, you know, there's something to look forward to here. Something very positive waiting to come in for you. Okay. And I feel those rainbow blessings are connected to the many little things that are going really well for you. Okay. All right, Sagittarius, that's your reading. Whoever this was for, I hope it's had meaning for you, and given you a little bit of support with your situation. And hope, as we've got that beautiful star card here. But good luck going forward, and until next time, bye bye for now.